everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leanna and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark Canada and Poshmark US. Today, we are going to talk about the year that was 2021. It was a doozy of a year for us. What a year. I know there's still a couple weeks left, but you know what? 2021 is going away. Don't let that door hit you on the butt on the way out. Get out of here. Okay, so it was like the best year and one of the worst years of my life. It started with, in January, we put our house on the market. Now, if any of you out there have sold a house or have moved, whatever, you know how much work it takes to get your house ready to sell. That all happened in around the holiday times and into January. Put the house on the market. It sold. We bought a new house 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, in the middle of February. We bought a house 3.5 hours away from where we lived. We lived in a small town that had very little opportunity for sourcing. The closest thrift stores were 20 minutes away, and they were in another little sort of smaller town. So really, the sourcing opportunities were not fabulous. And we had a mortgage, and it was expensive to live. Paul was still working. He was commuting 3 or 4 times a week, an hour each way. He was not happy. He wanted to be home. He wanted to be selling on eBay, and he wanted to be reselling. He didn't want to be working for somebody else. So we made the decision that we would sell our house and hopefully go to an area where house prices were lower and our mortgage would be lower or non-existent, and there'd be better opportunities for us. So we did look in a couple of towns, and February found us here in Sarnia, which, if you are aware of it, we are a border town. We have a bridge that goes over into Michigan, and eventually we are so looking forward to exploring that market over there, going to the Goodwills. I believe there's a Goodwill Bins in Grand Rapids, which is about 2 hours away. So we're looking forward to that opportunity. Here we have 6 or 7 thrift stores within like a 10-minute drive, which is amazing. I am finding brands here that I never found where we used to be, and that excites me because it means the brands that I'm finding have a higher resale value, so that means my sales are better. But coming along, we're in February now. We bought this house, and that was great. We were excited. We started packing up. We were moving in April, but we got access actually middle of March. So we were starting to pack up. The end of February, my father passed away. I took a step back for a couple of weeks. It wasn't unexpected, but it still, it still gets you. It really does. Middle of March, we started coming here and bringing things. So we made probably 6 or 7 trips from March 14th to the April 15th clothing date. So that's a 3.5 hour drive, 6 or 7 times during that 4-week period. I think it goes without saying that we were exhausted. We were excited, but we were exhausted. From January to the end of April, I shut down my closet for probably 6 weeks. And for the remainder of that time, I wasn't focused on doing my business. I was not listing. I was not sharing. I wasn't sourcing. I wasn't doing a lot of things. My sales were, they were there, but really from mid-February to the end of April, I did $700 in sales. That's it. And that was because I shut it down, obviously, and I also just did not work it. And this is a business, regardless of what platform you're using, you need to work. You need to list. You need to, on Poshmark, share. You need to send out offers. You need to source. And I wasn't doing any of that. So it wasn't surprising that the sales were so abysmal. And that's okay. I knew that they wouldn't be great. We knew when we moved that the first 6 months of the year would not be typical. And we gave ourselves that breathing room. And that was a very good thing that we did. May was okay. May was me getting back into the stride, but we still had, we're still settling in. We're still trying to figure things out. We had a couple little things having, to do with the house, but it was okay. June is typically my summer slowdown. For the last 3 years, it's been my worst month. And it was again this year. Well, not really, because if I count like from January to then, June still did better. But it was my slow month. And I took advantage of it being slow so I could get back into a routine and I could start listing and I could source and I could, relist things and I could get organized. And that was it was good to do that. July came along and July was better, and that was typical, and I felt good about July. My best sale, this Harley Davidson jacket, sold. That was my best sale all year. It sold for $300. I believe it was with free shipping. I paid $40 for it at a thrift store where we used to live. I replaced the zipper pull, and so that cost me, I was into it for $47.50, and it sold for $300 plus free shipping, which I don't know the math, but it was a good flip, and I was happy with it, and I'm glad it went when it went. So July was okay. But wait, because we're in 2021, things happened at the end of July. I had to take time away to deal with a family issue, and everything's fine now, but I did take that time away. And I have to say, this business, I love being my own boss. I am very thankful that all through this year, I didn't have to phone a boss and say, oh, this is what's happening in my life. I need to take the day off, and to have them judge me on that. I love the freedom that this business affords us. And if I want to go work at the beach, I can do that. Poshmark makes it very easy for me to take my phone and just go share or do whatever. So I'm very thankful that I had the opportunity to take that time away that I needed to do. But everything's settled, and coming into September, October, November, December, things start really happening. I start to do my routine. I list and I source and I share and I send out offers to likers now with the new bulk feature, which is amazing. And I'm much more active and proactive with my business, which I never really was. And that's very important to know that you need to be proactive. So this last quarter, Q4, has been better. November sucked. November was worse than June. It was not a good month. And even though I did have to take a step back because Paul had surgery, because it is 2021, and that's okay, he's fine. And but it was really bad, and I don't know why. I was listing, I was sharing, I was doing this, I was doing that, and it just wasn't working. It just was not working in November, and that's okay. It's over. It's done. I will look back at it and think, okay, what could I have done? Would have been better, whatever. December has been a good month. I feel more in control of what I'm doing. My routines are in place. And of course, being awarded the Heart and Hustle grant has lifted my spirits so much and made me feel more accomplished in what I'm doing and more recognized for what I'm doing. And I'm very excited for that. And it's a little bit of an accomplishment, and it's a little bit like a lottery win in some ways. That money is earmarked to buy new lighting for my photographs, and I'm so excited because I so want better photographs, and I want to be able to hopefully list within the app so I don't need photo room and I don't need pic collage, and I can just get 50 drafts sort of done. That's the goal. We'll see how it works. We are actually going to be building our own photo tent room type thing, which might be exciting. I am going to film it, and I will share that with you. Either way, if it doesn't work, I'll share it. If it works, I'll share it because it's fascinating. Maybe you're interested and maybe you want to build your own. I don't know. I am just hopeful that Paul and I don't divorce over building something together, because that happens sometimes. So really, in closing, 2020, 2021, and 2022, I'm going to leave you with this. It's like baking a cake. I bake. I love to cook. So it's like baking a cake. 2020 was about gathering the ingredients. It was about getting all the ingredients in place, learning the new skills, actively researching, figuring things out, getting it all together. 2021 was like having all those ingredients thrown into the bowl. And you know what? Some of them missed the bowl, some of them spilled out of the bowl, but eventually they all ended up in the bowl and they got mixed up. So 2021, we're ending the year with the mixes in the bowl, and all at December. We can say December. Now that cake, that's in the oven. And I really feel that in 2022, that cake's coming out of the oven. It's getting iced, and I'm eating cake in 2022. That's what I feel. That's what I believe, and that's what I'm shooting for. I love cake, and I'm going to eat cake. So I hope that your 2021 was not like mine. I hope that you had a much better year. Even though I did have great parts of my year, I hope and wish you a very happy 2022. And really and truly, I want you to eat cake. Until next time, which should be a haul, because I'm excited about the haul, because I am listing between Christmas and New Year's, and that's what the haul is going to be about. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye!